All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our final match of the evening. Man, I can't even speak properly after that Axe game. Holy shit. Roxkiss taking first place in Group G and a shocker, knocking down Dignitas on the back of an Axe pick and a total stomp. Dignitas now one game away from elimination. They have to win this one to advance, and if they do, it will only be a second place in Group G. You're watching the WePlay.tv Dota 2 League. We're moved so quickly into this game. I didn't even get to update my overlay, but it is Dignitas versus 3D Max. As you can see, I am LD. I'll be on the summit, and I'm joined here today by a new person for Beyond the Summit. It's No Tail. No Tail, you guys barely made it through yesterday yourselves, but here you are.
Yeah, hey man, thanks for having me.
How you doing? Thanks for coming. It's good to have you here.
Doing great. I guess you were busy casting, so you didn't get to catch the end of my game. But
how'd it go?
Yeah, for the people who watched, they probably know. I'm thrilled. It was a very close game, and it was a third game of a best of three, so it always feels really good to win one of those. So I'm here in a good mood.
All right. Yeah, I figured if you lost that one, well, you guys would have been knocked out, so maybe you wouldn't cast. But you're happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I got to see an axe actually work. So, I mean, if you guys missed that game, I guess I just spoiled it, but you should watch the replay anyway. Totally worth it. And here we are, Dignitas versus 3D Max, and Dignitas giving... Well, they're going to have to deal with something very annoying, something you guys turned to when your backs were up against the ropes yesterday, which is the Keeper of the Light Phantom Lancer combo.
Yep. That's... Well, no one really enjoys playing against it.
Like, don't you feel dirty when you pick that combo?
Yeah, you never really want to do it, but it's just so good that when it's out there, I mean, there's like so many good things you can use in Dota, but this kind of play from a Phantom Lancer, it's not that hard to pull off, but it makes your life a living hell when you're the opposing team.
And this is like, I'm gonna hate myself later, but I just really need this win. Like,
I want to win, yeah.
It's like you go out, you're drunk, you hook up with someone you normally wouldn't, you needed to get laid, and well, 3D Max needs a win, so they turn to the Keeper of the Light Phantom Lancer.
But I would say that, well, I'm surprised that they got a Coddle with it and I got a Mag with it. I mean, usually Mag is considered a good hero against the PL because the Empower gives you an option to deal with it later on.
Right.
And now the enemy team picked up the Gyro, which is also one way to deal with it. So they don't really need another cleave mechanism if they get a fat Gyro.
Gotcha. I mean, what do you think of the draft? So, like, Gyro can deal with the illusions later if he's really fat, but... I mean, we've seen games where Gyro gets fat, and then he kills one army of PL illusions, then the flat cannon wears off, and there's another army to deal with. So,
exactly.
How are you feeling about this draft as it's developing?
I would definitely give the advantage to 3D Max at the moment, because well, I'm kind of interested to see how they're gonna lane it though. Like with a Gyro pickup along with the Nakes, you'd figure that. Well, you're up against a PL, then you want Gyro to farm, because you know Nakes won't do anything later on if PL gets some items, which he should.
Right.
So, where the Nakes is gonna go and where the Gyro is gonna go, that's gonna be very interesting to see. And well, then you also have a Furon who needs to go somewhere. You have options to jungle him, of course, but well, yeah, it's kind of all three lanes here. I'm really wondering if the Gyro would just go mid farm or if it's gonna be a support Gyro. They need something to deal with the PL at least.
I mean, the one thing is, if you put Prophet in the jungle, then PL gets total free farm. And just from what I've seen as a caster, that normally doesn't end well if PL's getting total free farm, unless you're getting some amazing trades. And, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll go for it, though. They could go aggressive tri-lane, but they don't have the supports to do it yet. And I don't know if they're going to get them. They actually banned two of the better setup supports. So it looks like Dignitas is not going to be aggressive, and 3D Max, are they thinking about it? They pick up a Bane. Or maybe just the late game for the Lifestealer to deal with him.
The thing is, contesting against 3D Max's tri-lane is going to be really hard to pull off. Like, the longer that tri-lane goes, like, longer drags on, the harder it's going to get to actually stay there. You never really want to contest against a Coddle, because the constant Illuminate nukes and constant mana, you're gonna get burned out in region. And matter of fact, like if they wanted to, they could just send the PL to forest and Coddle could solo 3 heroes, and Coddle would actually keep the tower alive, and 3 heroes would be wasting their time, sort of. But they're not gonna do that. They're always just gonna keep the PL bottom. But it is an option to contest with the Nakes. I just don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. Is it's pretty hard to go aggressive against Keeper. And Phantom Lancer's pretty decent as well, just with the constant lance spam. They go for Jakiro, so they get a really strong support in terms of AoE, which I imagine they'll need as this goes later and later. And I guess the question is, what is 3D Max going to do for their off lane right now? If they want a jungle, there's not a whole lot of options left.
That's true. That's actually a good point. There's only the Ench they could really go with, unless they wanted to do some unorthodox jungler. Like what we did sometimes is we just, when we don't know exactly, we can't put anything off lane, we can't have a jungler, then we just put something on Honey, like an Earthshaker, and he just roams with it, like abandons the lane and then just goes roam to make sure the other lanes will do better, maybe set up some kills. But there's still an option they could go with, such as Bounty, which I think would be pretty decent for them. I mean,
yeah, Dignitas, they don't have a lot of lockdown right now. Like, they have open wounds, they have Ice Path, but that's not that much damage, so they're going to need another stun if they actually want to kill a bounty hunter, and he can really be annoying to Nature's Prophet in the jungle as well.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was gonna say it. He would have some things to do in this game, and track is always a nice thing to have.
And, I mean, if they can find a few track kills, then that's going to give... Because all they basically need to do is get over the hump, right? Like, get to the 30-minute mark intact, having some towers up, having some map control, but they go Clockwork. One of the most annoying heroes for Lifestealer, I think, that's ever existed.
Yeah. True.
A lot of annoying heroes on this team.
Yeah, I would way rather be sitting in 3D Max's shoes right now, only because of that Phantom Lancer pick, which just gives you so much... Just put so much pressure on you. You know that the later the game drags on, the PL army will come, and it won't stop for nothing.
It takes balls to give it up, right? I mean, you better be confident you can deal with it.
Yeah, you normally say that you don't want the Nakes when enemy team has Phantom Lancer. And, well, in this game we're going to see how that works out.
If he had Empower on his side, I mean, something that they could have gone for. They could have taken the mag themselves and chose not to in the end.
Doesn't work that well now, though, after the Empower change.
Right, because when you rage, it removes it.
Yep. But it's true, like, having the mag against the PL, like, that's one way you can actually go super late game against it. But I would not... Interesting.
So they pick a rather weak laning support, but this will give them some more punch in the late game. Not much AoE, though.
No, that's my main concern, is that if the Gyro doesn't kill the illusions, there's only a few spells between Jakiro and Furion to actually bring them down. So we're talking about when PL gets a heart, then it's gonna be all on Gyro to take care of it. The 3D Max actually has quite a few heroes that can deal with a Gyro.
Let's see. 3D Max feeling like they have maybe the stronger draft, but Dignitas potentially looking to contest, at least starting off with Universe. Heading towards the enemy jungle, we have Way Too Sexy on the Venge, heading there as well. Sentry's picked up on him, and Fogged on the Jakiro. It looks like they're trying to fight that tri-lane head-on. Snake King going mid as a Prophet, going to be rushing a bottle potentially, and Owie 2000 left to his own devices safely and has not even been pulled. He's going to be playing the Gyro. And, I mean, they're going to try to contest this one, it looks like. Do you think it can work?
Well, one thing it'll do for sure is probably delay the early farm on the PL. I mean, you can use it for something, but I'm thinking after a while they're going to have to give up this lane when Coddle gets some levels. And I wonder how that movement will go. Like, they have to make a decision to get some farm on the next, because he can't stay there. They're going to get pushed off the lane eventually. That's like my point. But they do definitely have kill potential for the PL early on.
And of course there's the Prophet. They will have the +1, and they're running a mid, so maybe he'll get like a clutch double damage rune or something, and we'll see. I remember that one game where PGG got a double damage versus Navi and got like a triple kill at level 1, but we're not going to see it this... Oh, we might see a wraparound here. Our Bane could get caught. Hip Hop, no pop. Or not pop, going to make it out safely. Nawaya picks up an illusion. So over on the side of Dignitas.
It's already starting.
Oh no. Shenanigans. The illusion army already being created. Over on the side of Dignitas, we have Way Too Sexy on the... Oh wait, did I just introduce them? I did. Over on the side of 3D Max, Nawaya playing the Phantom Lancer. We have Hawaii 00 on the Keeper of the Light. Hip Hop, not pop, staying mid for the moment on the Bane, but now going to head back towards bottom now that he sees the tri-lane. Hesta Joe Rotten going mid as the Mag. And last but not least, Buller on the Clockwork. So, What do you make of the lanes?
Well, it all depends how they actually manage to do in the start. Because if they actually manage to do well enough with a Fury and mid, like he's eventually going to be able to get the early ultimate to join bottom with Trents, and if they then can keep the keeper away, like you see that they do have an aggressive ward on the bottom side, but if they can keep him far enough away, they could get a big lead from this lane with a Fury joining in. But as you can see, Region being burned already, and it's not gonna get easier because, well, Coddle gives himself mana without money.
Yeah,
so.
he gets more illuminates. You have to pay for that HP regen. As
Yep.
far as the other lanes go, mid lane for the moment, Snake King kind of doing well here. 5-2 already, Hesta Jarrah and 4-0, but the wave is pushing, so we'll see. A lane where you're not going to stop the mag from farming at all, but I guess Snake King really banking on that rune control. And then top lane, Buller actually playing rather aggressively. I imagine this lane would heavily favor the Gyrocopter if there's actually a man fight, but I'm not sure if we'll see one.
Well, the Clockwork could just choose to go rocket spam route, which I think he will, and then in that way he will delay the Gyro's farm quite a bit. He won't get free farm on the last hits, and he has to spend mana on regen. There's not really an item that gives you HP regen that you desire on Gyro.
I guess you can get Tranquils, but they're not really that good anymore.
Go bottom.
Oh, the elimination on Hawaii. Oh, he went for an aggressive Keeper Light Illuminate in the trees, and he's now paying for it with a magic missile to the face. They get the first blood, and boy did they need it. And here comes the rotation, but it's only a level 1 Bane, so nothing to come of that.
Yeah, they did get that ward that was blocking the camp. I think they could have tried for a more passive approach, but I still think that the lane is more on less.
Wow, he's really playing confidently.
Yeah, it's a bit scary playing like that. I think they could take a lot more easy of an approach and just get the levels up. Because once the levels is up, there's no way that they can maintain the full HP on the lanes, and if you can't maintain full HP, you're in danger of being killed.
And they have a lane ward, so they even see the supports moving around a bit. At this point, there is still a sentry up a way too sexy, but I mean, they don't actually have a ward in the jungle right now, so Dignitas doesn't even see the Keeper of the Light, and you know, it's not like the PL's the easiest here to go on. They have one sentry, but if they ever use it to deward, they won't have it up, and Bane can kind of help them disengage, so I agree with you. I think they could play it safe, but for the moment, they're not. And here comes actually the aggressive contesting of the neutrals, and it looks like they're going to get them. Well,
but in the back of Dignitas' mind right now, you know the PL is getting stuff and
stuff and things that you don't want him to get.
Just look at the Nakes. He's having such a bad time. Like now, people gotta give him regen, and they're running low on salves, and there's no item that can really get to maintain themselves at all. And I still think that this is gonna go 3D Max's way.
And this is after they give up first blood as well, and they're not really being that efficient with the pulls, and it has been warded off again. So, I mean, about as well as it could go for Dignitas, right? And yet, it still feels like 3D Max should have the advantage if they play it correctly.
Yeah, you look at the last hits on the Nakes and PL, you see it even, but it's not really even. It's never even between those two. If PL has 30 and Nakes has 80, then it's about even. But yeah, that's how the heroes scale.
That's a pretty extreme comparison. After some of the games we've seen, I don't even think you're exaggerating either.
No, that's just how it is.
Well, let's see if it works for 3D Max. Looking at the top lane, Owie 2000, maybe the X Factor, because he is dominating this lane right now. Clock 12 and 4. He's not keeping the clock down in terms of levels, but sitting at 19 and 4 of his own, and also just constant harassment mid lane. Skewer towards Snake King, has the double damage and gets sprouted under the tower, has to Jarrah, and he's so close to that auto attack.
Get it back.
Oh, no! Snake King with the huge plays there, lives on 30 HP. Wow.
That could potentially do a lot for them for the bottom lane. Like, if they get out of position again with the Keeper or the Bane, I mean, they could even commit to a Phantom Lancer kill, but now used ulti on the Furion. But if they would have committed on a Phantom Lancer, it would be hard to say with a Furion TPing in, I feel like.
The Lance flies out, and, well, he's really low. He's actually, he's gonna live on 14 HP. Wow. The stars. Oh, bottom lane. Sorry, missed that. The initiation. Hip hop, not pop. Dropping low. Universe manning up, but probably going to die to the auto attacks. He will go down. And way too sexy. Forced to run. There will be a Lance. There's no mana for Illuminate. The Ice Path catches too. And on that note, I think that might end the aggression. Fog low. Phantom Lancer slightly faster, actually a lot faster. Illuminate was there. He gets the mana off. That additional chakra gets the kill, snipes him. But Snake King joining the fight. No mana for anything. Nawaya the kill they want. They don't have a stun. They won't need it. It looks like he will just take a fall. And Hawaii OO forced to back off. A bloodbath developing bottom. Prophet did leave the middle lane though, and this gives Hester Rotten some farm. But they got the PL kill.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, I would say that was about even. I mean, you got the Nex and the Jakiro kill. I'm not even sure did Venge die? No, Venge actually didn't die, but it was about even. Two for two. They did kill PL, but the other team lost Nex. But oh well, now actually PL is gonna rotate top. Am I lagging on you for Skype, by the way?
You're okay for me. I'm not sure. Am I sounding robotic or something?
Yeah, that I got the Skype robot thing.
Okay.
So.
I'll call you back real quick. Alright, so while we bring No Tail back in, Hester Rotten has hit level 6, and everything better now?
Yeah, it works now.
Okay. So I guess the other thing that we didn't, well, at least I didn't mention, is Buller TP'd as well. So Clock left top lane for a while, and Aui's been free farming this whole time. So maybe slightly in favor of Dignitas?
Oh, that's actually true. That does change things a little, but well, he should be moving around now that he's 6. Just unfortunate I didn't get to set anything up, but he needs to watch out top.
Yeah, he was actually 5 when he TP'd there, but he's like 1 creep away, and now he's 6. Oh boy, if he gets hooked, he's dead. The hook is there. Yeah, baby. Snipes him down, and Aoi will take a fall. That's a big kill, because Aoi was free farming.
That's a very big kill, and it gives more time for Phantom Lancer to do his thing.
You don't sound very enthused about it, but it is his thing.
I mean, dude, I know that he's doing the right thing, but whenever I see it, you know. But it's interesting. I'm very interested how they're actually gonna respond to it. Team Dignitas. They do have Dire, so they could try for some early Roshan's as well, and that way.
And they have Venge.
More... Oh yeah, and they have Venge. They could actually do for a very early Roshan. You see him already putting a level up in Aura and Howl, but actually maxing the stun.
Yeah, I'm a little curious because he's in an offensive trial and he's probably going to be under-leveled all game. So his skill decisions now will, you know, it's not like you can make up for them as easily later.
That's exactly my point. That you're not going to be able to just get that max aura later on.
Oh, Nawaya gets caught here by the Ice Path. Now being magic missiled, he will be slept that temporary 1 second of invulnerability, and there's no detection. They didn't have Infest. He's only level 5 max TP'd in. Wants to maybe go for a Skewer RP here. It's only level 2 Skewer. He won't, so another TP by Solo. These solo heroes are not really being very effective with their TP ganks in general, but, well, they keep their Phantom Lancer alive and no detection to punish that.
Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay to not have that detection. That was a really important kill, and they could have actually managed to get it without actually putting themselves in harm's way. You know, the mag TPing in, but they still forced the TP and didn't lose anything. So in that sense, it's only better from Furion's point of view. He actually went bottle on Furion. I've never seen that.
Yeah, he actually saved for the bottle. It was an eco bottle, top lane. There's your Prophet TP. The missile to fly as well. The call down comes in, and Buller, even with the cogs, just no chance. And they're going to get a tier 1 off the back of this. Simultaneously bottom lane. Hip Hop, not Pop. Once again sleeping himself and way too sexy. Jams it in. Prophet gets the tower top. Nawaya on the run. Doesn't have on it for Doppelwalk. Prophet all bounces through. Dignitas picks up a big kill. And mid lane, it looks like Hestajura in the final trade. He'll get the tower after this glyph. No Tail wants this deny. Or not No Tail, sorry, Snaking. Another Han player wants the deny. All you Han players, you all look the same. What can I say? Oh, man.
There were a few trade-offs forth and back, but Dignitas has definitely got on top of that. Oh, mid?
This is a manly play by Hestajura. He's got the backup, though. Snake King likely to fall. He will. They did use 2 ults. They get the kill. The tower in the end goes to the Magnus. Still, another death on PL.
I don't know if you saw the hook, but
yeah, hit
he
a creep.
was hooking, and then, yeah, he got skewered away the same time further away, but he saved the rocket till the end, so it turned out okay.
Yeah, and they had to blow the RP as well. I think if the hook hits there, they don't, but unfortunately... Actually, I think it hit the mag in the back, but...
Yeah, something like that. It looked like it was actually going to hit the Fury with bottom.
Yeah?
Nah, he's not really in danger.
Yeah, he's still got rage. But they do force some TPs.
Yeah.
Aui's here. He's got dust. He wants to keep on killing Noaya. Take the fight to him, he says. There's your skewer, but no RP. Catches two. Aui's in trouble. He drops the cooldown. He's dropping low. He's still alive. He will go down, though. Magic Missile. Noaya looking at yet another death for him. Hestajo rotten in trouble. If they had RP here, this would be such a different fight, but it was used earlier. The Illuminate being channeled. Channels it too long. Completely whiffs it. Runs into the Ice Path. A white OO in a lot of trouble. Way too sexy. He's down to 40 HP, and he's chasing Hestajo rotten. Prophet TP'ing in. He's TP'd in. The ultra kill from Snake King. Wow, he got all of those, sniping every single one, and amazingly way too sexy lives as well. But the rocket's coming. The rocket is coming. Is it gonna hit?
Oh, no.
Is it gonna hit? Snipes him! Oh my god! YOLO, MLG 420. Insert meme here. What a shot.
That was a great rocket. That was a great rocket.
Dire's bottom tower
That was
is under
incredible.
attack.
But
That fight could have changed in with so many small things. Like Nax didn't get the rage off after the skewer, even if he had time. Oh, now you see the early Roche as well. But yeah, that fight was very interesting. Could have definitely gone either way, but it did end up going in Dignitas' favor, obviously.
and now they're going Roche, and well, if they get this, that's big, because then they can really accelerate the pressure. They have RP online on the side of 3D Max, and, well, it looks like they're not even going to try to contest it. They probably don't even know. Looking at Vision. Actually, they do. They have the ward up.
They just saw Venge go in there, and they saw Nax running towards him. But you see, she maxed Wave of Terror now, which definitely helps on this Roche attempt.
Yeah, I didn't even get to use it, but Roche will
Yeah,
fall.
he used it from the uphill
Oh,
before
okay,
he down,
okay.
so the minus armor was there.
It actually drops quite quickly, and Universe going just for those cost-effective early mid-game items. Now the Armlet coming out, and they're looking for a fight bottom. They've got the Aegis, and it's on Aoi, which I think is the best choice, because your Lifestealer should not die if he gets Rage off. We'll see if he does, though. It's been an issue in the past fights. And now they're going to force the fight.
Still no blink on the mag, and he's a long way from it.
He's got a
Compare the
haste,
farm
though.
to Furion. Yeah, he does have a haste, but still, if you
Ain't no
compare
point.
the farm to Furion, it just shows that, well, Tower, Roshan, all of that, just the difference in gold between those two is kind of vast now.
Yeah, it's a pretty big differential. And the other thing is they're being forced to keep their entire team bottom just to protect that Phantom Lancer. Everybody's here. Prophet's pushing top. There's your long-range hook, narrowly missing. Universe Juke slightly north and will escape. Now the rockets come out, but that should halt the aggression. Hester Rotten tanks it to the face. They're not going to go on that, are they? No way. In fact, Hester Rotten wants to go, and he's popped his haster. Way too sexy, being worked down, but no commitment yet. And meanwhile, a wild Snake King top.
Yeah, they're playing it right now, Dignitas. They're just hanging back until...
Hester
you can
Rotten
always-
is really like, he really wants
he wants this. He wants, but he's not gonna... I don't see it.
Maybe. He's going to have to blow RP.
no, yeah, this is gonna work.
He's got to blow RP, and he's got to get one more shockwave off. He won't blow the RP.
I think he could have done it, because he would have had the shockwave ready before the Furion TP went off for sure.
Yeah. I guess he wants to save the RP, but he's not going to come bottom either.
Yeah, it's not gonna be able to help them on there. Now it's just a free 5v4 fight.
Yeah. I don't know. One of those things where you don't want to blow it on a solo kill, but then why would you TP?
Well, my name is Caudle. He actually does have time to run there, I think. Nah, no, they can, no.
They've got the
This is bad.
trance. There's your lance. They're all trapped in the death pit. There's going to be a call down. There's going to be a barrage. They're all getting focused. They're dropping quickly. The missiles are there. The death on 3. And no RP. Magnus, well, I'm just going to push top now, guys. See ya. He left them all on a sinking ship. He had a lifeboat, and he just took it away.
They had to forfeit that tower for sure. Like, yeah.
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
if he was there with RP, but without it, just no chance.
And against an Aegis and everything, I mean, at this point, I would try to trade towers until Aegis expires, and you can always de-push with a Caudle or something. That way you delay a push and you push for free. But now, this is kind of good for Dignitas, and this is what they need to do right now. Like, a lot of early pressure. PL early game, doesn't do anything. PL late game, don't want to go there.
Yeah.
So-
Speaking of that PL, not that farmed right now. Just the drums and the because the other thing is they haven't only been killing him; they've been keeping the pressure in his lane, so he hasn't had a chance
Yeah.
to farm. They tried to
Yeah.
rotate him top earlier, but for the most part, he's been bottom.
No, it's a pretty good response to the whole situation right now. They know that they can apply this much pressure early on, and Furion is a great pick once you get these successful ganks going, because well then you have Trents and often means free tower unless the enemy team will respond to it.
And he's also got the Orchid now, which means 3D Max really have to be careful about being on their own. And they have a Lifestealer Prophet combo, so anybody who's off on the map by themselves, if they don't have backup, is pretty much going to be food.
He has an Orchid before Mag is only halfway to Blink.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's a 3,000 gold differential, almost on the dot. That's pretty ridiculous. And Snake King's left the lane a lot. If he wasn't converting on those kills, if he didn't have the Ultra earlier, if anything, the Mag might be the one ahead, but Hesta Jarran just not being quite as efficient. Well, not even being close to as efficient, to be honest.
Yeah, Fury pick really worked out nicely for them. Because, you know, the top lane was a Gyro against a Gyro. No, I mean, clock against a Gyro. And that already favors Gyro a little bit, and with the help from a Fury and TP, like Mag is not nearly as good. Maybe some action bottom now.
Big smoke by Universe. He's going to start with the open wounds on Hip Hop Nut Pop, who could look for a sleep, but he gets silenced, and he's dead. And I don't even know if they're going to try and fight this now. TP out by the PL. Will rotate top.
They're gonna split or try to do trades, because I think Dignitas will go for bottom push now.
Yeah, so they're going to trade a tier 2 for some pressure mid and maybe some damage on the tier 1 top, but I don't think they're getting the tower in return. Yeah, not even close.
No.
These trades are really looking good for Dignitas.
Yeah.
You're sound
Mag with a Blink Dagger, it can always change everything. You missed it once, and 4 or 5 man RP, and if you follow it up nicely with Coddle Nuke and stuff like that, everything can change. But for now, Dignitas definitely can do a lot more, can move around a lot more than 3D Max can. They're very limited.
And sort of sitting, like, that's pretty much their one way back in this game is that big RP, but Dignitas, they can split push, they can find some kills. Aoi's going to have a Shadow Blade soon, so more map control for the team, and the pressure's going to mount mid. They're looking at the tier 1. Trade might be there. Nawaya pushing top, but there is still a glyph, so they may try to get this tower and back off. There's no glyph for 3D Max. Tower's going to drop fast. Prophet ult splashing through, doing some decent damage initially. Tower will fall, and do they defend top? Looks like they will. They've got the Orchid, but not just going to defend.
One thing to mention as well is you look at them on a deep push from 3D Max have, if we ever come to the base fight or base stall, where they just sit in base with a Phantom Lancer out somewhere, then they can either next bomb him with a Furion, but he doesn't actually have to be in a lane, he just needs Illos to push it out. But it's going to be very hard for them to push into base against a Mag Shockwave, a Rocket, and the Coddle. So actually opening the base is going to be hard, and they're still not going to win this late game.
And the other thing, even cogs are really annoying on the ramp. I mean, it's a pretty congested area, so it could be.
They have nothing to tank with on Dignitas side, so there's nothing that can really just walk up and tank all of that.
Lifestealer's gone armlet for Universe, and I imagine we'll see him just go for more sort of ganking damage items. But maybe it's where you want to get the Assault Cuirass, the Heart, so he can just sit in the front lines. I know there was actually an interview with YYF back during the G League finals about how he feels like Lifestealer is one of the best, strongest heroes to actually siege the base, just because you can walk in, rage for 3 seconds, hit the tower, then back off, and there's really no way to go on the Lifestealer unless you have something like Roar or RP, but Vici Gaming actually failed to exploit that, and he was rather critical of them.
Well, we do have some heroes that's scared to do that kind of thing with. If Mag gets a Blink Dagger up, one guy gets out of position at the base, suddenly you're RP'd and skewered back into the middle of the throne or at the throne.
So maybe this isn't that game, but
no, but it's true. It's something you can do, but it's not really what you want to do. Like slowly sieging with a rage, it's always comes with a risk because the rage will be on cooldown, and yeah, especially now with BKB disables.
And there's a Fiend script as well. It's not just the RP, of course.
Exactly.
So. Well, they have the Blink, they have a haste turn up on the Mag, the Clockwork. We still haven't really seen these two find many openings, and largely that's just because Fanatics or Dignitas has had the lead, and man, stop casting with me. What's your problem? You asshole.
Sorry.
You're getting in my head. But yeah, what can I say? I've had a long day, guys. I'm drunk. I'll go home after this, don't you worry.
You're drunk.
I wish I was. After some of the things I've seen today, man, it's horrific. Hawaii, feeling rather bold to be here by himself bottom lane with an Orchid Prophet on the map. They may see this illuminate and just go for a gank. We'll see. Nope, no gank yet.
Well, yeah, they could, but they don't see the amount of people that could be below him. There's no vision showing the lane down there. Like people could have ran from below, and it's just always you don't really want to blind TP with a Fury and Nakes, because if there's a mag there, suddenly your two core heroes or two of the core heroes are going to die. So they're just going to take a more passive approach. It's a big ancient stack.
ROTK would disagree with you. That guy loves to TP in with no vision into 4 heroes, but this tier 1 top still alive, very low. Could maybe be something they look for, and it looks like Snake King going for more split push, going for more just kind of spreading the map with the Gloves of Haste. Probably going to be a Maelstrom build from him next, and he's going in. He wants YO, who's got the ward here. No, going to cancel the TP, goes behind. YO running back, he's illuminating creeps. Actually, the TP canceled again. Now it's coming in.
Oh, it's coming now.
Now it's coming for real. Hawaii on the run.
Go run. He's quick. He's on the horse.
Not quick enough. Gandalf. No, maybe he can get out. No, he can't. Meanwhile, the other hero smoked into the jungle. Magnus backed off.
Really worth it. This is really worth it for 3D Max. Phantom Lancer's not stopping his farm. Like now he's backing off, but they got a top tower for level 8 Coddle dying using both Furions and Nexus time to farm.
And 3 heroes smoke ganking. Everybody came for that kill.
Yeah, it was actually something 3D Max came on top of, I would say.
And Noaya has his diffusal blade now, so the cancer spreads just a little bit at first.
I like that expression. it does really spread with that hero. Like also, all he needs now is a heart, and you just know that you get that oh shit feeling when you're against it. Like, God damn it! Why did you have to go hard? Why didn't he just go for more agility? So
you can actually kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, or deal with the illus, but. Yeah, it's gonna be the same hard route, I feel. He should be doing it.
I mean, maybe we'll see a little chemotherapy, a little Battle Fury action from our Lifestealer, but, I mean, even then, they're not really the best item on him in general, so we'll see.
Cancer wins in that fight, always.
Oh, man. Hestagerot and lurking mid, he's got the Blink RP. I gotta credit Dignitas for some fantastic vision around the map. The aggressive jungle wards, the aggressive lane wards. Keeping the lanes reasonably pushed out, but it does feel like the map control is starting to slip for them just because Kotal's pushing one lane, Rockets are pushing another, and then Phantom Lance is pushing a third. So even with Prophet and Gyro, who split push reasonably quickly, it seems like 3D Max is starting to have a bit of a better sense where Dignitas are and what they're up to.
I really like...
Hook mid lane, goes on Owie, he doesn't have a BKB, he's only got the Shadow Blade. Nice defensive swap, way too sexy, says I'll take the bullet for you, sir. And boy is he tanky, with an urn, with a bracer. Buller might go down, they RP just the Venge, no way did he want to get only her. We'll get the kill. Now the backstep comes from Keeper, from Noaya. Chip damage from our Phantom Lancer to start. The dust is deployed. Owie needs to focus him down quickly. Has to Rotten on the chase. This is looking like a great fight for 3D Max, but here comes the backstep. Here comes the Lifestealer. Now Noaya the one in trouble. He's got caught out. He gets brought down in relatively short order. Hestager Rotten will escape. This looks like 4 heroes dead. YOO going for the TP out. Oh, no. Nothing to cancel it, but who needs something to cancel it when you can 2-shot him?
Yeah. Now they get Roche as well, so this is still good for Dignitas, but it's still nowhere near sieging the base yet. One thing they do have going for them, I really like what Sneaking picked up. Usually don't see a Maelstrom on Fury in serious games, but later on, when there's the PL army coming from one lane, then the only hero on Dignitas, the only obvious hero, would be a Gyrocopter who's able to stop in. Because a Furion with a normal build actually can't stop that PL army from sieging your base, but maybe with a Mjolnir and some more attack speed, he can actually deal with the illusions.
It gives them more of a fighting shot in the late game, basically, but
yeah.
It's not a full solution by itself.
Because if the gyro constantly has to go back all the time, there's never going to be any sieging, and I don't care what you say, it doesn't get easier. It only gets harder.
You sound so frustrated. And you're not even playing. That's the best part. You're not even playing. The empathy is there. No Tail has a heart. Soon Phantom Lancer will too. And then life gets tough.
Yeah.
And they're going to push bottom. They have a Deso, so, I mean, that'll help breaking the towers. There's a BKB up on Owie. That's going to make it scarier to fight. Anyway. tower denied top by Bane. That was deniable for a while. Uh-oh, why-oh-oh. Well, there's a level 2 swap on the field, so now an ability that maybe will help them break the base.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened, and definitely won't happen with a level 2 inside the base. Because I think Caudle even used the ulti before he died. He could have just done the nuke and then backed off again. But yeah, it's
But he really can't afford to die. I mean, if that happens in the base, say in 5 minutes, maybe they do just lose racks because of that.
exactly the later it goes with a pickoff like that, it's definitely gonna help sieging the base for them. But for now, I mean, he still didn't really do anything except give them a bit more extra gold and XP.
Well, it's making sure he'll never have any items, that's for sure.
Keeps him lower levels, so if he does get picked off at one point, there's going to be less spawn time.
Yeah, that's true, so maybe it goes the other way with this, but that's some next level stuff.
Yeah, next level. But I like the item pickup from Nex. He didn't choose to go for like a Midas or anything like that, just went full on fight build, and obviously, Sugen helps you with both fighting and pushing, so I like that route. I didn't really focus at all on farming this game, so.
You know, it's actually incredible that we're talking like this game isn't over, because it's a 14k gold lead, a 15k experience, and we're 26 minutes in. Any other lineup, the game is over. But with this lineup, there's a shot, and top lane, they're going to go onto Snakehead. He's Fiend Script, he's now cogged, he's eating battery salt. Snakehead will go down, that is a huge kill. They'll probably trade their Bane's life away. They will, in fact. Bowler will TP out. Totally worth it, but he'll buy back. He'll TP bottom immediately. We need a blink right now from Estajoran. He gets silenced. He doesn't blink in time. He had a moment there to do it. Oh no, he actually doesn't get the sprout off there. Oh no.
Oh.
Self-clicked with the sprout?
No, he double-clicked it, and then you do it on yourself.
Yeah.
Happens a lot, but that was not too bad. 2 supports for a Fury kill and a buyback from him, but now the positioning is in Dignitas' favor.
That Kodal is up real soon. That low level gonna help him out here. Boy, he's really not having a good time this game. The supports are 3 and 13 collectively, and they're gonna try to beat this AoE with split push. So we have Prophet and Lifestealer top. We have the other 3 probably bottom, and of course those 2 can always TP in to join the fight. Well, now they realize there's an outer tower and say, hey, let's get this one instead.
Yeah, the good thing about the whole split pushing thing is you obviously can't have the Caudle nuke and Shockwave and things like that in 2 lanes. But the scary part about it is...
Oh no, blink in, they're gonna catch out Owie, he hasn't BKB'd yet, he's got Aegis, and in fact, they're not gonna RP, Hestajoran's just gonna go down. They underestimate the power of that flying little helicopter. The hook shot will break the Aegis, but they lose 3. They don't have buyback on... Actually, they do on the Clockwork, they don't on the Keeper, and they don't on the Magnus. That's only buyback on the Clockwork right now, and that's probably Rax.
Yeah, that was, I don't know why they would try for the gyro. I
Oh,
know
he
they
just
have
got
an
buyback.
Aegis. Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's still got BKB though, so maybe they could force the fight. They'll be happy with what they came for. They keep all the lanes pushed in. I guess maybe they're gonna smoke and go back in? Not sure.
They're gonna go back and farm up again until next Aegis, I think.
Well, with the third one, they'll probably be able to do it at the rate they're going. I mean, there's so many deaths on 3D Max.
Yeah, I still disagree with the go on the gyro with an Aegis there. There was just no way for them. I would have just tried to deep push, because sure he has an Aegis, but he's not gonna just waste that when he goes on 5 HP just from spells and dies, and then when he respawns, then he can mag ulti, and that's why he didn't do it before. He knew it wouldn't do anything when he has the Aegis.
Yeah, he actually kind of pulled the gyro into a better position for the fight. Just pulled him into the middle of his team, and then the call down, the flat cannon, the barrage all came, and pretty much insta-gib 2 heroes.
Yeah, I hope that next time they're just gonna use the hero lineup and let Phantom Lancer split push, and then the rest of them will just deep push with the spells. But yeah, that's the scary part. Like if they choose to go for split pushing, then well they're gonna be split, and if they do jump on a gyro or the other combo, which would probably be a Fury and Nax with a mag ulti, then they could get pickoffs, and then they could get potentially 2 towers, whatever, depending on buybacks or no buybacks. But yeah, I still feel like they should just try to do this slow split push. I mean, deep pushing. with all their spells, 3D max.
Right.
Oh, mid.
Oh, mid lane. There's your swap on Nawaya. The Sentry Ward plays. The stun, not going to be there. He gets out of range. And now the RP comes in, catches two, skewers him back. Remember, there is no Aegis, but there is a BKB. There's your hook, stopping the auto attacks, but not for long. The macro pyre inside the cogs. Oh boy, it does work. And oh, by the way, there's a Snake King with the Daedalus on the loose in the house. And the last kill, the Magnus claimed in the end. Actually, just didn't even see him because there's so much crap on top of him. But on that note, I think we're looking at least one lane of Rex. There's no glyph, so it might just be game.
Yeah, it's at least Rex. I don't feel like they were too forced to use the mag ult in that position. PL was walking out. It was a nice attempt. I mean, I don't know. They would have probably chased Dignitas. Dignitas would have probably chased 3D Max, so would have had to make something happen. But yeah, I wouldn't take a fight if I was them and try to dodge them. But maybe they were forced to. I don't know how it would have turned out.
It did feel like they were getting desperate. I mean, they kept on forcing fights, and they're actually just going to tap out. To be fair, they are down 25k gold, 30k experience. Wow.
Yep.
Well, Dignitas is going to dodge a bullet in Group G, much like you did yesterday. This time, though, Phantom Lancer loses, so I think everybody's going to be happy about that.
Yeah, it was a nice response to it. Doing the offensive tri-lane, even against the Caudal, that takes some cojones, and they pulled it off quite nicely.
So on that note, No Tail, as we're wrapping this game up, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the cast, and we'll come back in the future. But any shout-outs, any words of wisdom to the viewers, or anything you want to plug before you go?
Just shout out to Rat Dota and my team and sponsors. So, and thanks for having me along. It was actually fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
To see Caudal Fury on.
I hope we'll see you casting more in the future, and you're always welcome here. So. Well, congratulations to you guys for staying alive in the GD Studio Invitational, and not Invitational, DreamHack Invitational, excuse me, and as well as for advancing yesterday we play. So things going well for you.
Thank you. Yeah, going all right.
Any big celebration plans for you, or just gonna play some Dota?
I might go out now or maybe play the Walking Dead game. Not sure if you're a fan of it, but the series. But they made a new game on.
I'm a fan of.
Based
well,
on
the
series.
The series was freaking awful last season, but this season's been pretty good for the TV show. Haven't actually played the game, but
yeah, there was so much drama in the second one. The third one.
I thought it was a soap opera. Like honestly.
Yeah, exactly. It was so much drama. The third one was a bit more action-packed.
Well, thank you again for joining me, No Tail. It's been a blast. It's been a privilege. Where can people follow you if they want to? I think you have a Twitter, right?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at FnaticNotail. I usually just post when I stream there. Sometimes make Twitter war. Nothing special.
I've seen some clips from your stream. I particularly liked the one where you lived on like 3 HP mid and then we're all chatting it up. Oh man, that was fun. But thanks again for joining me, man. It was a blast. Hope to have you in the future. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for the WePlay.tv Dota 2 League. We're done for now for today. We'll be back next weekend with our third set of group stage matches. In the end, Roxkiss takes first place in Group G. Dignitas dodges a bullet and takes second. We're out. We're going to have a rest. We'll come back tomorrow with some more G1 League action. Thank you again for tuning in. Of course, I'm LD of Beyond the Summit. If you enjoyed me, twitter.com/LDDota is where you can follow me. And more importantly, follow No Tail. He's a good guy. Twitter.com/FanaticNoTail. And on that note, we'll see you later. Have a great night.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Thanks again for having me. Have a good day, man. And whenever you need a co-caster, I'm here.
Okay, thanks. See you.
Bye.